I've been a cowboy as long as I can remember. It wasn't until they brought the cameras that they started calling me actor. Since 1903, the cowboy has appeared on the silver screen. The same grit and reliability that works for us on set is what we depend on every day. Products that are tough. After all, this is our legacy.
You're in the UWS News Studio, and I am pleased to welcome one of the best artists we have this year. That's one of the things I love about this show is so many great artists from what I call the Taylorverse. Let me introduce you to Ward Davis. Ward, how are you?
I'm great, man. I'm glad to be here.
Playing the big room tonight here at the South Point. Pretty nice place, huh?
It ain't too shabby. Yeah, it beats the dive I was in last night.
Yeah, I can imagine. If you could describe your music to the fans watching right now that aren't familiar with you, how would you?
Well, it's country. It's middle-aged, grown-up country, I guess. It's not I like to think that I write songs about human beings and about life. But yeah, I work a lot with Cody Jinks. I don't know if you've heard of Cody. He and I have written a lot of his catalog we co-wrote. But yeah, I'm not really a traditionalist, but I take the craft of songwriting and country music pretty seriously. So I try to keep it country, keep it authentic.
I love it, and that's what country music is. It's real life stuff. So I know you must enjoy the writing process. There has to be nothing more satisfying than having a concept for a song, writing a song, recording a song, playing a song live, and seeing people respond to it.
Oh, gosh, yes. Man, like when you start it from the idea where you're driving down the road and something pops in your head. And, Cody and I had a big song called I'm Not the Devil. And that was, the idea popped in my head one day driving. And then I went down to Texas and we wrote it. And then we recorded it, and then it became, a hit, and we got to play it on, TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And just the idea that it was just an idea going down the road, but it became something, and it's the most gratifying thing in my life, honestly, other than being a father.
Yeah, and there's some similarities, I think. I mean, it's like you kind of gave birth to that.
Yeah, they're my babies.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Yeah.
That is so special. I love hearing about that writing process from artists like you. And I feel like as technology's changed the music industry, it's also given artists like you a lot of real new opportunities that weren't there before, because open season now, isn't it?
It is. Man, like you can't take away the value of what Taylor Sheridan does. I know you, the man, those shows that he has, man, he goes after songs. He goes after music that's good. It's not always about who's singing it. Man, he's built a lot of careers doing that. Getting us out there on them cowboy shows, man.
Yeah, and he's done the same thing for us cowboys too. Like I always say, a rising tide raises all ships. But I'm always curious when I talk to you as an artist that's involved here in this great horse event, which is probably a little foreign to you, but how do you get involved in the Taylorverse? Like, I know he has a great musical director, but how did your music connect with what he's doing?
Man, I honestly don't know how he found me. I tour a lot with Jinx, and I have songs like I don't know if you heard of Paul Cawthon. Paul and I had a pretty big song. Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard have recorded my songs. So, man, I don't know. He must have seen my name somewhere, or had it on the right radio station, and it popped up. But I think. And it isn't that I try to write songs for TV, but, I write life songs, and they're not gimmicky. And, from what I hear on his shows, man, it's not gimmicky music. It's not ear candy.
It's not at all. I noticed being a guy that spent most of his life in the Lone Star State, I had an interest in Landman because I've got kids that have worked in the oil field, and I want to see, how accurate it's going to be. Where he nailed it was the music in that show, because the music in that show, I think, well, people from Ohio aren't going to know who this artist is. But to people that are from that universe, like, that show feels exactly right because of the music. And that's where, like, artists like you are so invaluable. But thank goodness we got a guy like Taylor that's adamant about that sort of thing.
Yeah, man. I'm very lucky. I had a song on Landman, which Billy Bob Thornton. I'm from Arkansas, and Billy Bob's from Arkansas, so I was real excited about that. And then I had one on the last season of Yellowstone, which I was most excited about because it was my ex-wife's favorite show, and I know that she was watching it, and she had to know I made money that day. And
So awesome. I love that.
well,
That is perfect. What a great story. I feel you, brother.
I hope she doesn't see this.
Yeah, you know, we're in limited release right now.
That'll work.
That is so great. Well, hey, it's so great to meet you. I can't wait to listen to you tonight. That ballroom is such a great place to take in music, and I know you're going to love playing there, man. Thanks for joining us today. I look forward to it.
Thank you for having me, man. I look forward to seeing you tonight and playing some of that music.
Can't wait. He's Ward Davis. I'm Steve Ross. This is the UWS News Studio at the 2025 Run for a Million.